All right, thank you for checking this out. This play is called the strong side sweep. Now, this is going to be working if you are really interested in scaling your marketing efforts. Now, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Google, there are so many different ways that you could scale wide. You can find different parallel markets that are going to get you similar results that are going to allow you to find more of your market without tapping out into what they would call the ceiling of each platform. Because within each search phrase, within each interest targeting, within each title targeting, you're always going to run out of people that are in that group. Plus, you have to worry about saturation. You got to worry about competition. The auction that you're entering could be just filled with more people that are going after that same audience throughout the year. So your cost is going to change. If you're continually going after that same group, then you're going to end up reaching that entire audience pool. And if you hit that whole audience pool, then what does that mean? That means that you're going to end up increasing your frequency to the same people that are seeing your ad. And the more times people see your ad, the less they're going to be really enticed to move forward with it. So you've got about one or two times before people are going to go, you know what, I've seen this ad before, let me go ahead and hide it. Once they start hiding your ad, then the algorithm is going to show you is not relevant, and then your cost is going to increase. So we don't want to go through that. So today with the strong side sweep, you're going to be able to see exactly how to take that audience, that niche, that one primary target, and then find parallels to that. So let me go ahead and start sharing this screen so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. When we hop into Google, which is where we're going to go first, inside Google, you're going to see that what we have here is an attribution report. This is going to be an audience report inside your analytics. So the first thing that you have to do is you have to set up your Google Analytics account with your Google Ads account. You have to have all of that set up and synced together with the website that you're running traffic to. And so for this particular purpose, this is going to be the affinity market and the in-market audiences that I can now target based on what Google sees their behavior as every day. And the difference between affinity search and in-market search is it's very basic. Okay, so think of affinity as people who are constantly in that particular field. So in this case, shoppers, luxury shoppers, lifestyle and hobbies, dining, technology, technophiles, sports, fitness, and sports fans, right? These are all people who are constantly living in these search phrases. So they're looking up, sports news. They're looking up anything that has to do with sports fans. They're looking up anything that has to do with auto enthusiasts, media and entertainment, movie lovers, right? Anybody who's looking for shopping for luxury or high-end goods. These are all people now that I can go ahead and target through different settings in my campaign that are going to get me the same people that are actually searching for my company. Very interesting. You could have the same setup as well. All you have to do, like I mentioned, is make sure that you have your Google Analytics account set up and synced with your Google Ads account. And then your Google Ads account is running to whatever page or website that you are going to. Because everyone who's searching for those phrases that you're paying for in your Google Ads campaign, they're going to have either fit into an in-market audience or an affinity audience for each and every one of those users. Notice that the in-market is a little bit different. So these are people who are searching out of their normalcy to find something in this segment. So this would mean that they're not normally searching for business services, meaning that if they are looking for a partner, if they're looking for someone to outsource work to, if they're looking for someone like a company like mine to help them with their sales and marketing systems, these are people who are going to be doing just that. They're not constantly looking for business services. They are just they're just now outside of their normal search looking for business services. Same thing with employment, same thing with business services down here, same thing with software or business and productivity software. So this is going to let you know, okay, well, who's searching for your stuff and what's their normal search behavior? When you have this information, you could take this to your campaign creation and you could start reaching more people who you would not necessarily know to target. All right, so hopefully that helps. You also have this other category, which is also very useful. So you've got the affinity, that's where I stick with. That lets me know exactly where's the majority of my people that are searching for what I'm paying to be seen for. What are they spending their time on the computer searching? Because if you could put yourself in front of those people with display ads and new targeted ads, then you're going to be in front of more of the same people that you already know and want to pay to be in front of. Super cost effective and very results oriented. Then if we want to get into Facebook, which is also known as YouTube or Instagram, right? So those two are the same companies. And so if we come in here, this is just a little test campaign. We're going to come in here. We're going to go to the ad set. We're going to edit this little test ad set. And you're going to see that inside of the targeting options, which is right underneath the custom audiences, the detailed targeting, we're going to go to edit. And we're going to now click on this. Now, one thing that I found is that if you could find out where they frequent, right? Where is it that they visit the most? Where do they spend their money? And who is it that where are they visiting? So if in this case, I love to deal with a lot of people who are business oriented, who are Christ driven, who understand that it takes money to make money and like to enjoy life. And so what I found is that a couple of things like the TV shows, right? So what is it? Saul, Better Call Saul, this one right here. This is a great targeted interest for someone like myself to find because it's the highest watched TV show for business owners who are also Christians. So very important for me to know this particular one. Another thing is about the steak houses, right? If I were to go to no, where's my market? Where do people go and spend their money? Well, most of the time, the people that I deal with, they're going to steakhouses, they're going to high-end restaurants. And so you could find those high-end restaurants that are around your area, in your country, in your state, wherever it is that you want to go ahead and market, whether it's locally or nationally, and you can start putting them in there. So notice there's like Saltgrass. I'm out in Texas. There's a bunch of Saltgrass restaurants. That's not the highest quality of or the most luxury steakhouse, but you do have steakhouses as general. You've got Saltgrass. You've got things like Ruth Chris's, which is a very a pretty luxury steakhouse, and then you have a bunch of other ones that we can go into by name. But this is just a random. Then if let's say that I click steakhouse, another thing that you could do is click on the suggestions. These suggestions, look, are going to give you more ideas that you go to, like Wagyu. Okay, well, I know that if I'm going to be going after people who are going with fancy steakhouses, Wagyu beef is the prime choice. We're talking about sometimes upwards of $60, $70 per like 6-ounce filet, right? Sometimes it's even more expensive for less cut of beef. So we want to maybe go into Wagyu. And then once we go to suggestions again, now we can go ahead and see, okay, what else pops up? Maybe if we were to get rid of steakhouse and just go into Wagyu, notice that, look, there's Angus cattle, right? All these other ones start to come up. Now, within this particular process, you can go as far as what software do they use, right? You can go into what movies do they watch? You can go into so many different parallels. And what I found is that if you can find where they're spending their money and where they're frequenting most, that you can take that title, which would be business owner, CEO, manager, whoever it is that you're trying to reach to make the business decision to do business with you, you can then take that interest, put it into here, go to suggestions, and then you're going to get a whole list of parallel interest, parallel statuses, and parallel job titles. And when you have that list now, you want to tailor those into your ad set one at a time so that you can see how they perform individually. Then once you have your cluster that's performing, so you find that out of 10 of these singled out interests, 10 of these singled out job titles, 10 of these singled out items, you could then take the 2 or 3 that are performing the best, put them into a cluster, and then run that as a new campaign. All right. So hopefully that helps you guys better understand exactly how to run the strong side sweep. And if you have any questions, make sure to reply to the email that I sent this to you in, and we'll go ahead and answer any way that we can. I love to be able to share this kind of stuff with you. It's going to save you some time, save you some money, and some heartache with trying to figure things out on your own. And I can't wait to see how this works out for you.